eyes have known that thou hast sent me, and I have declared unto them thy name, and will declare it, that the love wherewith thou hast loved me may be in them, and I in them. And when he had thus spoken, one of the officers which stood by struck Jesus with the palm of his hand, saying, Answerest thou the high priest so? Jesus answered him, If I have spoken evil, bear witness of the evil, but if well, why smitest thou me? And Pilate wrote a title, and put it on the cross, and the writing was, Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was to Pilate, Write not the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am the King of the Jews. Pilate answered, What I have written, I have written. Then the soldiers, when they had crucified Jesus, took his garments, and the disciples standing by, whom he loved, he saith unto his mother, Woman, behold thy son.
Good morning. I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys right away as I get started on this run. As some of you may know, I've taken a little bit of time off. It's been about 2.5 weeks since I've been able to run, or since I've chosen not to run. Kind of just decided to give my legs a break and try to get some healing and recovery done. Since I started this channel, I felt really well in all of my runs, and just kept spreading my runs out, and the distance kept going more and more, and I just kind of overworked myself a little bit. I decided to take some time off because every run was just starting to get a little harder and harder, and it was mostly just because I needed more time to recover. But I was just super excited after making this channel, and I wanted to, put on some miles. But I had to remind myself of patience, and remind myself that, to enjoy the journey, and all those goals and milestones will come. Just enjoy the ride. Just be patient. Be patient with your results. Be patient with your time. I put on basically 2 half marathons really close together, and then a lot of bigger mile days than what I'm generally used to, and I think it was just so much in a short amount of time that I felt like if I would have sustained that workload, I surely would have worked myself into an injury. So I listened to my body again and decided it was best to take it day by day, and I didn't really have a goal in mind for recovery. I just wanted to stay patient, and I figured it's better to miss a few days or a week or two than it would be to be out for however long. So I took it day by day, and I did some other things, stretching, recovery stuff, and calisthenic type workouts. I wasn't just dormant, not doing anything, but I had to keep my body busy, because the old me, the recent old me, as I first started this fitness journey and I was getting those injuries, I just wanted to get back I couldn't wait, but you know, I decided to be patient, just like I've been with everything else in my fitness journey. Just be patient with the process. Be patient with the time it takes. Be patient with the process. Be patient with the results. Just give yourself time. It takes time. And 2.5 weeks later, here I am back at it. And I don't think I'm 100%. You know, I was dealing with just a little bit of basically just getting to the point of overuse and basically just not allowing enough time to recover properly. So what happened was there was like 2 days in a row that I put on some big miles, and even that second day I ran twice in that same day. And I wasn't necessarily trying to be foolish or anything, but I just felt good and I just felt like running. And I knew after that second run on that second day, which was the last day I ran, I knew something wasn't right when I was done, but I wasn't quite sure until I sat down and basically couldn't walk for a little bit after that. Basically I had to sit there and massage my legs and stretch and everything for a minute before I could even move. And that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. And every day after that day, I kind of woke up getting out of bed, felt like I was an old man, barely able to walk, and it required a lot of stretching, recovery, even more so than my normal. And a lot of the pain just kind of felt like it was migrating all over my legs, you know, the different muscle groups. Like, especially when I would like go up and down stairs, it would be almost like my muscle would want to give out. Like it would be like almost let go, because it was just so sore. And so I just decided to stay off of it a while and just be intentional with stretching and recovery and just be patient. And now here I am. And I will say that there was a little bit of issue on the left quad that I feel like is still lingering, and then also on the anterior of the left knee, just slightly. And then of course the right knee pain, still kind of barely hanging on, but it's like a faint, you can barely feel it. I felt it maybe twice on this run so far, but everything feels pretty good. I'm actually not at a very fast pace. I'm at 10-minute pace right now. 10-minute, 13-second pace, which is feeling really good actually, considering I haven't ran in a little while. It is really dark out here though, I'll say. I can barely see. I'll let you see what I see. But, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Stay tuned. You know, speaking of patience, I think there's something to be said about, you know, starting that fitness journey later in life, especially if you've already had kids, or, you know, you're already in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you know, and you haven't been active for a while. I think you owe it to yourself to be patient with yourself. I mean, do you realistically think that you're just supposed to spend a couple weeks and then all those goals and desires that you have are just going to come true? Or do you think that even 2 or 3 months is enough time to realistically give you the results that you seek? I mean, we got to be reasonable and kind of be real with ourselves, because I'll be honest with you, when I very, very first started, before I even started running, I thought that when I was dieting, that I was just gonna, you know, change my life for 3 months. And that was kind of my goal, was 90 days or 3 months to give it my best. And I just thought I was gonna answer all my problems and get all the results I was looking for. And you realize when you get to that 90 days that you're just getting started. So if you made it that far, congratulations. If you haven't made it that far, you hadn't really got started yet. So don't give up yet. Just keep showing up. You gotta be consistent. If you're not showing up at least 4 out of 7 days a week, then you're not gonna get the results you're looking for. Just being honest with you. You can't be a part-time savage and expect savage results. You know, you gotta come after it if you want it. And only you can do that for yourself. No one in the world is gonna be able to convince you of that. And I told you before to be prepared to train alone. To some extent, you need to be prepared to go on this journey alone, which is part of the reason why I'm doing these videos, is because I know what it feels like. And I wanna be there for you. Because the honest reality is that when you start changing your life and you start making decisions to better yourself, the people in your circle, they're not really gonna like that. Not so much that they're not happy for you or they don't want you to succeed, but it forces them to look at themselves. And when they see that they're not making progress or they're not, changing in a better way like you are, it's gonna make them feel some type of way just naturally. It's not your fault. So don't take offense to it, but be ready for it. Know it's coming. It's gonna come from the people that likely you would least expect it from too. Your closest people, your friends, family, spouse, even. I'm not saying that happened to me, but I'm saying that can happen. Because the reality is that when you start changing yourself, people are either gonna be happy for you, jealous of you, or they're gonna be mad because you're doing better than they are. So be prepared for one of those options, because 2 out of 3 aren't really gonna benefit you. But if you know it's coming, then you know not to let it affect you and just to keep moving on. So that's my advice to you. Just keep showing up. Okay, just a quick update, guys. We're right at 2 miles in, right at 20 minutes, or a little over 20 minutes. So looks like I'm still keeping the same pace, and honestly, I feel really good. I don't really feel pain, but I do feel a little bit of tightness on the left side of my quads, kind of like on the very left side of my leg, all the way down from my knee up to my glute, really. And it almost goes all the way up to where the socket goes into the hip. And just keep an eye on that, but I'm not going at a crazy pace, so I don't know. I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm pretty much back, and I don't know. Let's see what we'll do today, but I don't really have any idea of how far. I didn't really have any expectations because I haven't ran in 2.5 weeks, so I guess we'll find out. Stay tuned. I just want to get on here and say also that if you're watching my video right now, I appreciate you. I thank you for your support. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I know many of you are coming back and watching my videos. Even in the past couple weeks when I haven't posted anything, I can tell that some of you guys have been watching my videos. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And like my videos and comment. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps get my video out there for someone else who might need some encouragement. So please subscribe, share with your friends, and comment below. I'd love to talk to you. Thank you again. You know, I just want to say that, man, it really feels great to be back out here running again. Man, I've missed this. And it's such a nice temperature this morning. So great. I hope you're active right now or planning on getting active. You know, be patient with yourself, but don't be so patient that you're making excuses for not getting started. I can remember being in that position, you know, from August to December of last year, where I was trying to make sure that I had everything I needed, and I did all the research in the world, and I had prepped for everything and bought everything that I thought I needed. And honestly, you can never be prepped enough, honestly. Just get started. Just start somewhere. Just start with one thing. Instead of trying to change the whole process or your whole lifestyle, you know, upend your whole life, just start with one change. Just pick something. Decide that, hey, this is the thing that I'm gonna change. Whether it's, hey, I haven't been active and I'm gonna start getting my heart rate elevated above resting rate, or it's, hey, I haven't been eating right, I'm gonna start eating right. I'm gonna start eating less of the bad stuff. You know, over time, those things will definitely become a part of you and become part of your lifestyle. And I feel like the first 3 months is really just kind of the prerequisite to turning that corner of your life and really taking the first step. So that's especially if, again, you haven't been active and, you know, you're not super young, you know, because it's going to take a little time for you to bounce back. Now, if you're in your early 20s or younger, just get up off the couch. There's no reason for you to not be doing something. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. All right, guys, we are approaching 3.7 miles. And right now, my right knee is talking to me a little bit on the front left side. And then I feel a little bit of tightness on the left side of my leg, on the bottom part of my leg, like kind of not my calf or my shin, just really, I guess that's more towards the front, but not pain really, just kind of talking to me a little bit. So whenever I decide to take my first water break, I'll probably stop for like 20-30 seconds and just kind of bend my knees and stretch them for a second, see if anything needs to pop or relieve any pressure, and keep moving. But I still feel pretty good, so I don't know, I think I should be able to get at least 6 or 8 today, unless something changes pretty soon. But I feel pretty good. Otherwise, just happy to be back. I'll be patient, whatever today gives me. I'm already super excited with what I've done, so it's awesome. It's really dark though, but and beats running in the sun, I guess. We're in the woods now, a little trail. I like running this trail. My favorite part about running in the trail in the woods when it's super dark like this is when you hear the creepy little footsteps in the distance and you shine your light and you see the eyeballs. Just keep moving though. All right, guys, time for an update. I told you guys from the very beginning that I was gonna be honest with you guys and let you know my experience, and well, I guess it's time to tell you what just happened. So I came out of that trail and well, first let me back up and say 20 minutes ago I had my first gel pack, and then about 10 minutes ago my stomach felt a little weird, and I thought, okay, That's odd. I can almost kind of feel it on my stomach. And then just a few minutes ago, I just threw up. And it's been a while since I've thrown up while running. And definitely had some of the banana English muffins still in my stomach. So I'm not sure if I just didn't give myself enough time to digest the breakfast. Because again, I'm still new at eating breakfast with the gel packs and the G1M Sport before running. So maybe I just didn't give myself enough time, or maybe it has something to do with being off for 2 weeks, but that was just a couple minutes ago. And now I feel a very, very faint, slight hunger, which from what I've heard, if you're starting to feel hungry when you're running, then you've already passed the point of needing fuel. So I'm guessing the food in my stomach didn't get digested and didn't make it as fuel. So I got a couple more G1M packs, Go gels. So I don't know, I'll give it a few more minutes and try to take some water and maybe do another gel pack. But just want to let you know what's going on. But I will say that I feel great after throwing up. I don't feel bad or anything. Just a really weird slight hunger. So anyways, gonna keep pushing. All right, y'all. I'm approaching about 6 miles right now, and I feel really good. Only thing really talking to me right now is I think my right knee on the front left side of it is I guess maybe a little bit of pain, maybe like a 1.5, something like that. But I don't know, this pace I'm holding right now feels so good. I feel like Forrest Gump. I feel like I could just run to one end of the country and then back. Let's say that now. See if my knees hold up. Tell you what my pace is. It says I'm running a 10-minute 46 pace. So I don't know. Hopefully we can stretch it out a little bit more than 8 maybe. Let's see. I do want to apologize too about if my camera angle is off. I don't know if you noticed, but I got a light mod for the GoPro. I noticed on some other videos that when I'm running early in the morning, it's really dark, so it's hard for you to see. I know some people don't really enjoy that, so I got this light mod. So hopefully you can see a little better, but the only problem is it makes it harder for me to see the screen itself, so I can't really see if I'm in good frame or not, but hopefully I am. If not, I apologize, and I'll get better in the next videos. But thank you for watching. So yeah, we're just a little bit over the 6 mile, a little bit over the hour, and both of my calf muscles and hamstrings and even my shin is they're all feeling a little fatigued right now, just a little bit, which I think is kind of funny because I usually don't really have that issue. But I wonder if that's just because I haven't been running for 2.5 weeks. But either way, I'm just gonna ignore it, push through it because it'll go away. But just want to share with you. I was just thinking about another bit of advice I can give you guys as you start stretching out your miles, whether you're walking or running. One important tip is make sure that you always try to maintain proper form. I know it sounds silly, especially if you're walking, but trust me, it makes a difference, especially when you're running. So I've been guilty of it. I think most people probably are. But once you get past a certain point, your mind tends to go to autopilot, and then you start letting your limbs kind of getting all loosey-goosey, and I think that ends up actually harming you because it sets you up for possibility of becoming injured. But also, it's just not training your body in the natural good form that it should be in. So what I would tell you is, instead of trying to keep a pace and running all loosey-goosey, I would say run slower or walk slower and maintain that proper form and practice the proper form at a slower pace, and you'll get better and you'll get faster. Don't try to do it all today, you know, just keep showing up with good form. And once you notice yourself as you're running, you'll notice you'll turn into the autopilot. You'll start feeling your head bobbing around, or your limbs start kind of getting loose and going off track. And then you just got to start thinking about them and being intentional. So, for example, just making sure you're not overextending your legs and putting the proper foot placement, and not letting your head bob all over the place, and your arms and your legs going out of sync. You're just gonna waste energy. So not only are you preventing injury, but you're conserving energy and allowing yourself to last longer. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. I want to hear something that's a goal of yours or a dream of yours. Maybe not right now, but maybe it's been on your mind, or maybe you had a vision. Let's talk about it. I want to hear what your thoughts are, and I'd love to engage with you, whether it's fitness related or not. Goals are important, and part of the process getting started is talking about it. So let's talk about it. Let me know. So what's that goal for you? Is there a certain amount of pounds that you'd like to lose? Or do you just want to be active? Do you want to just explore more? Or is there a new hobby that you would like to pick up? Or maybe a new sport you would like to try? For me, you know, I've already picked up running and biking, but my kids started playing Little League soccer, and I decided to start help coaching, which then sparked a new interest for me. And now I have this weird desire to learn and play soccer. So I found myself in bed at night researching soccer, not just coaching tips and stuff like that, but also just about soccer in general, soccer rules, and just watching soccer play and highlights. And I don't know, I never was really that interested, and all of a sudden it's become very, very interesting to me. And I'm 36, so I guess I'm just picking up soccer at 36. So you're never too old to pick up something new. Don't ever feel that way, and don't worry about what other people think. Enjoy life, man. You only get one life. Enjoy it. Find something new, and guess what? You might find something new and you might not like it, and that's okay. But you experienced it and you tried something new. So let's try something new. And I may share my soccer journey with you guys a little bit too, just because I really do enjoy it, and it kind of goes hand in hand with running and just being in shape, and will kind of complement my journey anyways, and it'll help me be a better coach for my kids. So I know it's exciting, so happy to share that with y'all as well. So what's your goal? Tell me about it. I want to know. Oh man, that thick sand this morning is extra tough. It's almost like a little sticky, almost like running through glue. So it's extra grabby, I guess because all the moisture in the morning dew and stuff. Yeah, feels extra tough. And I think on top of that, with my legs feeling the fatigue, I'm really feeling it all the way up in my, really every muscle group, quads, hamstrings, all the way up into really where the legs meet the hip. Can feel it, but just a little soreness, a little fatigue, but I'm just happy to be running, happy to be moving. I don't know if you can tell, but the sun is finally deciding to show up to work today. We've already been after it for well over an hour. And man, I almost thought the sun was never gonna show up today. It was very dark, no help from the moon, but finally starting to get some visibility. So far, I've taken my second gel pack, and everything feels good as far as the stomach and all that. My legs are a little heavy, and my knees are talking to me a little bit, but just keeping the same pace. I'm still running through this crazy thick dirt that feels super grabby this morning, but I'm enjoying it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Guys, I can't believe this. I'm literally pushing 9.5 miles right now. I did not expect that today, to be honest with you. I was hoping that I would get 6 to 8 miles, kind of my standard run. To be honest with you though, before I left the house, I did text my wife and tell her that if I was able to, I was gonna try for 10 or 15 if my legs let me. So it's just funny because, you know, mentally I was prepared, but I wasn't sure if I was physically prepared. And like I said, we're about 9.5 miles, and I don't know, I don't feel like 10 is the cap. So I'm gonna keep pushing, and I'll update you and let you know how I feel. We're gonna keep going. So, you know, I'll just add that while we're on the topic of patience, you know, when I injured myself that second time, I could only stay off my leg for like a week because I just wasn't patient enough. I probably could have waited longer. And I still don't think what I did was bad because I did keep it light, but I was just impatient and I just wanted to get back out there. But this time, I don't know, I just decided to be a little bit more patient. And I'll be honest with you, after about a week and a half, I was thinking about trying a light run, but I said, no, I've already waited this long. Why don't I just wait a little bit longer? And actually, I was gonna run with one of my buddies, and he ended up taking the day off. And I decided to take that as a sign, because I know I wasn't 100%. So I gave myself a few more days. And so I guess being patient, and here I am, coming back, exceeding my expectations, even when I'm not 100% again. So, super awesome. I'm super excited. We'll see how I feel later today and this week, but man, right now I'm feeling pretty great. Alright, just giving y'all a quick update. So we are at 10 miles and about an hour and 50 minutes in. So just giving you an update. It is getting a little bit harder, but just because it's hard doesn't mean it's time to stop. I just don't think there's more in the tank. So we're just gonna keep pressing at this pace. I think the pace has slowed down a little bit, but still feeling pretty good. All right, I think I'm back in Forrest Gump mode, back on autopilot. Just hit that third gel pack. So hopefully that gives me a second wind, and hopefully we can push on a couple more miles. So stay tuned and we'll see. Looks like we're almost to that part where we'll be running out of trail soon. So that's exciting. Guys, we're looking at almost 11 miles. So legs are starting to get a little heavier, but still feeling pretty good. I should be able to at least get the half marathon, I think. Who knows, we may set a PR in the half marathon time, or we may just go past the half marathon distance and just get a new distance record, which would be really cool. Because either way, I didn't think I would go this far, and I certainly did not anticipate a PR today, but I will be super stoked for it and happy to share it with you guys. So that's really cool. 12 miles and counting, guys. Still pushing. So my GoPro died. I just want to show you the 2.5 hours, 13.22 miles with a pace of 11.25. I brought my phone, so I was able to finish this video for you guys. I know it looked like crazy, but I decided not to push for the 15. I've been on recovery on break for 2.5 weeks, and my legs were starting to turn into concrete this last mile, so I didn't want to push myself and get injured. That would be stupid after I just took a 2.5 week break. I just came off of a recovery and did another half marathon, so what's not to be happy about? But I did want to say I appreciate some of you guys reaching out to me. You know, like I said, I was kind of on pause for a couple weeks, and so I wasn't posting anything. And like I said, I saw some of you guys visiting my channel. It doesn't tell me who, but it shows when you're a creator. You can see when people are visiting your channel. It shows you the analytics, and I think it's pretty awesome that you guys were still showing up even though I wasn't posting. And even more awesome that some of you guys reached out and were actually asking to make sure I was okay and if I was still running. So that's really awesome to know that you guys are paying attention. So I'm going to keep showing up for you. So subscribe if you haven't already, and like and comment. It really does help the algorithm, and helps this video get recommended to others. And man, I really enjoy this, and man, what a great run today. I want to show you my shoes. You can just see how dirty and nasty this is. So if you do start running trail, don't worry about how your shoes look, because they're going to get destroyed anyway. In the last couple miles, my socks got soaking wet because we ran out of trail, so it gets kind of wet in this morning dew. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.